Alright, hello once again, this is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and I've been going over a series of videos for MIT's App Inventor 2, and we are in the middle of our 9th and final app that we're creating, which is a very simple Pong game. Now, in the last video, we did the start method, and I went over some of the properties and some of the events or methods that are involved with using the ball component. Now for the reset, I do want to have a variable in here, and I don't want it to be called X. I want that to be the current score. All right. So it's set there. So when I reset, one of the things I want to do is I want to set that score and want to make sure that it is 0. So that's the first thing I want to do. Next, I want to make sure that this label, remember that the label that's right here, that has the current score, that label. All right, so I want to make sure that that label, which we call label score, I want to set the label score dot text to, let me move this down a bit, get global score. Okay, and then next I want to move this. I want to move the ball back to its center position. So I want to grab all this and duplicate it and do that. Now, hopefully that kind of set a flare off or a light off on you where you say, wait a minute, you got the same thing here and here. Shouldn't you make that a procedure? And if you did think that, good for you. So we're going to make a procedure here. We're going to call this set ball to center. All right. Now we can take this and put it here. And this can now do, oh, I'm sorry. Well, I got to grab this. Remove this. This can now be removed. All right. And here, I want to change this to call set ball to center, followed by all of this stuff. If I wanted to, I could take these. These are all ball properties. So I really could take that and also put that into its own procedure. So that was set ball to center. This could be set ball properties. All right, and now I can grab all of these, put them in here, and do a call set ball properties. Now you may or may not agree that this is what I just did is cleaner, and I still have to write some comments, which I have not done. So I've done all this stuff here. Let me move this over so I can move that up, because now I want to set ball to center in here. All right, let's go back. In fact, to try to help, let's write some comments. So, add comment, call method, set ball to center to set ball to top and center of screen. That's the first thing that we want to do, right? That's the first one. Secondly, let's see here, call method set ball properties to set the ball's properties. All right. C URL, and it's the one that we used here. be, hopefully I can throw that in there. Yep. All right, so there's that comment. This, I'm just going to put a simple comment in because it really what it does is position the ball x-axis center of screen, y-axis top of screen. And when I say screen, top of it, screen isn't really, you know, how about top of component area? All right, and set this to the top of the component area. Yeah, I don't even like, component area doesn't sound right, so let's just say canvas. All right, so there's that. Set ball properties. Well, we know what this all is. 1, enable ball to move. 2, how did they describe the heading in here? Return ball heading. 3, set ball speed. 4, set ball interval. And really, I guess rather than return, that should be also a set. There. Good enough. All right. Finally, for our reset, which we just did, you know, do you really have to make a comment for a variable like this? We can. I said remove comment. I thought that I don't know if it even lets you make a comment there. So, all right, so what do we want to do here? Reset score to 0. Set score label to score variable value. Call set ball to center to set ball properties. All right. Now, not a whole heck of a lot is going to look like it happened when we do this. I don't think, at least. All right. Start. Notice it's moving around. But notice now when we click reset, I'm setting the ball to the center. Set ball to center, which is what we did here. I wanted it to go right there and then stop. Start and reset are both doing the same thing. So right now there's a problem here. All right, reset should be setting our score to 0, and it is. It should be setting our label, and it is. And we're calling set ball to center, which calls our move to, does that, and does that. Why is it also calling set ball properties? Well, that isn't right. This is to set ball to center top of canvas. Something's a little funky there. This set ball properties, which is being called when we start, and that should be the only place it's not being called here, but for some reason it looks like it is. boy, that's a different one, so I've got to figure out what the problem is with that. All right? Now there's 3 more things that we have to do. Right now, you may or may not have noticed, but when we're doing this, now the ball moves, but the paddle doesn't. So in our next video, we've got to figure out how to make the paddle move. And not only is there a ball move to, there's a paddle move too. So we'll do that. Now, could we do that inside of one of these? We maybe could. I don't know, but I'm trying to really show you, ideally at least, the value of going and modularizing your code. That's one of the things I'm trying to get across to you here. Hopefully I'm doing that. All right, so this is what we have so far. All right, so we will add our paddle dragged. We'll do that in the next, and that's going to be very similar to this move to. So I think what I'll do, it's going to look a little funky for just a moment. And I'll make that paddle drag, I'll put that over here. So I'm going to do that in just a moment.